Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ethan Bernard. In today's video, we're going to be going over the new primary weapon in Warframe, the Fulmin. The Fulmin is a crazy shotgun slash like assault rifle hybrid, given this fire mode does switch faster when you're using Wisp, so it might be a little bit slower of an animation when you're on another character, but it's not anything to worry about. Now, this is a silent shotgun in close range, and this extended assault rifle does absolutely copious amounts of damage, and we're going to go over here in a build and see how much we can get out of this gun. Now, given I'm not using any prime mods on this build at all, so by all means, if you have the prime versions of any of the mods I'm using, feel free to slap them on there. Put more Forma on this shit, make it even more over the top. But as far as I'm concerned, this build, as it is more than enough for anything that this game currently has to offer. Now, that being said, I put 4 Forma on this thing. Has a Mastery Rank 8 requirement. If you're Mastery Rank 8 or over, you should have the ability to slap a few Forma on something. And I can tell you right now, it's absolutely worth it for this gun, and I'm about to show you why. Starting off, we have Split Chamber Incineration for our base damage. We have Vital Sense and Point Strike for our base crit. Malignant Force to turn the base damage from electric into corrosive. Argon Scope to give us that extra critical chance. Vigilante Armaments to make all of these mods that much better. And the creme de la creme, I don't know why the hell DE hasn't nerfed this yet, but I'm definitely not complaining about it. Hunter Munitions. Plus 30% chance to apply a slash proc on a critical hit. Oh my god, this is powerful. Okay, we got some level 110 corrupted heavy gunners here waiting for us. We are not using any arcanes, we are not using any Warframe buffs, this is just the gun's raw power. The semi-auto mode does have punch through on the shotgun, so let's see how this performs, shall we? Well, you can see there, without even utilizing hunting munitions that much, those guys are all very much so dead. Let's swap over to the full auto version and see how we can cope on this side. We didn't even need to shoot him that much. Look at this. If we bring this guy down to about half health, well, that was a little more than half. You see, hunter munitions will literally just eat them alive. Look at the slash procs, guys. It's absolutely crazy. And these are level 110 enemies. Across pretty much the entire star chart, you're going to be chilling. You're doing some crazy damage at this level, let alone all those lower levels below it. Now, that being said, there are some common misconceptions when Warframe is concerned. This isn't necessarily talking about everyone, but it's something I see done more often than not, and I always question why. Why have you done this? Okay? Now, this build is what a lot of people I've seen actually run with weapons like this, and I never really understand it, but hey, we'll go over it anyway. Split Chamber Incineration for base damage, Vital Sense and Point Strike for base crit, Argon Scope for critical chance, Bladed Rounds for critical damage, we have Hammer Shot for even more critical damage, and then we have Vigilante Armaments to make all of this shit that much better. Now, this on paper, you're like, damn, you know, that's a lot of crit, that's a lot of damage. And that's probably what's going through your head, but you saw how amazing this gun performed just then. Let's look at it now. Whoa, those were a lot of pretty numbers. All right, with this build, you can pretty much get every color on the rainbow with your critical hits. However, why aren't they dead? We got almost unharmed enemies here. Level 110, this gun's fully decked out. We got 4 Forma. Why isn't it doing anything? Help me. You're fine. Okay, this thing, as amazing as it is, without them corrosive procs and without the hunter munitions to give it even that much more damage, you're not really doing much. Electricity will only go so far, especially with the low status chance of the electricity, and that's just not going to work out for us. Now, that being said, now that we've gotten out of the way, well, I can't even jump today. Now that we've gotten out of the way that corrosive damage and slash procs are important, let's talk about another variation of this build that you can use. I just hit my microphone. I'm very sorry for that. Let's go over here to, where is it? There are so many mods. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Bladed Rounds is not what I'm looking for. High Voltage. Okay. So on this build, the main amazing, holy shit, this gun is amazing build. We can replace Argon Scope with High Voltage. This gives us more damage and a higher status chance, which is a good thing, but at the same time, we are sacrificing our critical chance. Now, I'm not even going to bother respawning the enemies This gun's crazy. You know it. I know it. You're getting less orange crits. You're still going to be slashing down these enemies with 100 munitions, no problem. And it's still going to do good. Personally, I found that I prefer Argon Scope over increasing the corrosive damage, just simply because it does a lot of crits and it makes those slash procs that much better. Now, you can build it pretty much however you'd like in that slot. You know, once you get past the base mods, you're set. And that's okay. Like, even if you wanted to, you could put bladed rounds here instead. Alright, as long as you have vigilante armaments and 100 munitions alongside corrosive damage and your base crit mods, this doesn't really matter as much. Like, this is going to get you kind of the same results over and over and over, just with very little variation in the time to kill. You can see here, we're still doing, like, a lot of damage, okay? We might not be doing as much damage as if we had the more corrosive. We might not be doing as much damage as if we had Argon Scope, but we're still doing damage. We're still melting through these guys, and it's absolutely crazy. So, you do you, but now we're going to show off how this gun actually works when you take into the other parts of the game. You take into account the other parts of the game. I cannot speak tonight, apparently. So, where's my Argon Scope? My beautiful, beautiful Argon Scope. By the way, Argon Scope is a very expensive mod. So, if you don't have that going into this, just use one of the others. They all work really well. You don't need Argon Scope. It's just the mod I prefer. Now, let's make a very simple change. Okay, we aren't going to go crazy with Warframe buffs or anything. We're just going to use a couple arcanes. Okay, we have Arcane Rage and Arcane Avenger for that increased damage and increased critical damage, or critical chance, sorry. We're going to go in here and just show you how much just the arcane, how much of a difference just the arcane makes. You can see that's a lot of damage, folks. Look at this. Look at the crits. Look at the crits. There's so many. They're so plentiful. All we changed from 30 seconds ago is adding an arcane into the mix. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, you can go overboard with Warframe abilities, use Mirage, all that. We're not even going to mess with that today. Okay, we're not even going to mess with that today. However, I did want to show you one final build before we go. The What Am I Doing build. This is for low-level play, just having fun. You know, a weapon that you invest 4 Forma into, you should have the right to have fun with that weapon. So with this build, we're kind of just making it as fun as we can make it, while still making it usable in a lot of circumstances. So starting off, we have Split Chamber Incineration for base damage, Vital Sense, and Point Strike for your base crits. That's it! That's all the base mods we're using, because this is kind of the baseline of what you need to make this weapon useful at all. Now, that being said, we are going overboard here, and I would not suggest replicating this unless you're just looking to shitpost, or do whatever the Warframe equivalent of shitposting while you're matchmaking in this game is. Vial Acceleration for plus 90% fire rate, Speed Trigger for plus 60% fire rate, Magazine Warp for a plus 30% magazine capacity, and Fast Hands for a plus 30% reload speed. Holy shit. This gun becomes batshit crazy. We're going to change the enemy level to like level 30. Okay? A little above average level for the star chart. Nothing too crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, we're going to do one row with the semi-auto, one row with the full auto, but you're going to see here that this very quickly becomes just absolute batshit crazy. Look at this. Look at the fire rate. Look at how fast it reloads. We have more shots. We can do a bunch of shotgun shots, and we can use this. Look at this. This thing becomes a taser. Literally. It becomes a literal taser. Look at how fast these guys die. It's absolutely nuts. Now, given these level 110s over here, they're not going to be feeling the burn, okay? They're just going to sit here and they're going to laugh at you while they praise Jesus by getting electrocuted. Okay, and they're not really going to give a shit. However, if you're anywhere on the star chart, level 40 or below enemies, you're going to be smacking them. And it's going to be damn fun with this build. Now, like I said, this isn't a serious build at all, but hey, you invest 4 Forma into something, you got to have some fun with it, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of Fulmin down in the comments below. Do you guys like this weapon? Do you think this weapon is amazing? Do you think this weapon's garbage? Let me know. Do you think my build is amazing? Do you think my build is garbage? I'm curious to see your thoughts on all this. By the way, if you use your Warframe's abilities with this weapon, it becomes just batshit crazy with the fire rate and DPS output you can get just by activating a single ability on your Warframe. Anyway, guys, if you guys want to see more of these Warframe videos, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, leave it a like. You know what to do if you didn't. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey naysayers, how y'all been? It's been a minute, but I'm in it to win, and I ain't finished. This is the starting gun, and I'ma run it to the front until I'm #1, son. This is a rhythmic defibrillation, innovative, old school to thrill the nation. I've been patiently waiting and building steam, but I'm back with the bounce like a trampoline.